discussing Alex Cora to the Yankees. It's something that came up earlier this week on Jones and Mego. Mego brought it up. And I don't want to say I dismissed it, but I walked right over it quickly. I walked right past it. She goes, well, Alex Cora is going to have a lot of options. I said, how many options are there that are really, truly better jobs than the Red Sox? As down as they are compared to where they used to be, it's still one of the 10, 11, 12 best jobs just on payroll in baseball. And it's probably higher than that. So the Dodgers are one. Mego brought up the Phillies. Maybe their manager there retires. Maybe Dave Roberts is out. She also brought up the Yankees, and I'm like, well, Aaron Boone always survives there. He'll probably worm out of this again. What if he doesn't? And what if they make a run at Alex Cora? Is that the kind of thing that could sway John Henry, scare John Henry, into keeping Alex Cora? And John Tomasi says, yeah, I think that's the kind of thing that would get his attention.
Nah, I don't.
I don't either. Why haven't they done it yet?
I don't think anything gets his attention.
Fair.
Other than numbers, digits, pluses and minuses and trends and financial reports. Because it should. Larry Lucchino? Absolutely.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. Like, literally, this would be the type. This was when it was great. When there was a back and forth, a tete-a-tete going on.
Yeah, Henry's still en route to that funeral, by the way.
Funeral humor is
if this was something he was scared of, then why are we 3 months into a lame duck season with this guy and there's been no talk of anything like that? That if that's something he's scared of, that what he just realized he could go to the Yankees now. It's a lame duck season. It's his last season on his contract. They all know that. He knows that. He knows he could go to the Yankees. He can go anywhere.
I wonder if this is like Cora trying to scare Henry into action a little bit. Like, hey, Yankees, let's go. Let the Yankees happen.
It's also more believable now because the Yankees started hot,
They're
are fading.
off.
Now there's all these reports that Cashman has joined them on the road, basically like the parent saying, don't make me come in that room, and now I'm in the room. Now I'm pissed, right?
Yeah, they
like,
got a win last night because of that.
Right. So, like, yeah, I saw that. They're 1-1 since Cashman joined the team on the road or something.
Nice.
Nowhere to go without.
Good get.
But
doing bed checks.
if Cashman is really that pissy and wants to prove a point, and I think they still look at it to some degree. Like, I think he would love the idea of bringing Cora in, a World Series winning manager in the prime of his career, who's a former player. He's young. He's affable. He's a media and, oh, by the way, I'm taking him from the Red Sox. I'm not saying he's doing it because of that, but there's probably a little, little
bump. Yeah,
little snicker at the end, like the guy in Billy Madison when he does it. I think it's believable. I absolutely, and for Cora, whether it's believable or not.
You think it's believable he could go to New York. You don't believe that Henry would care, but you think it's believable that New York's in play.
I think they're in play. And Cora, whether he would even consider going there or not, I don't know. But you want him in play. In a world where managers are now getting $40 million contracts, I absolutely want the Yankees in play. So remember the mystery team and all these times like that? Absolutely. I want the Yankees in the story.
Good leverage. No, it's good leverage for him, for sure.
And it's $50 million now. It just went up, right?
So you brought up a good question yesterday. You put it up on Twitter. I don't know where the results of that Twitter poll went or if you can fetch those. Not to put you to work there. But we read this poll question yesterday. I thought it was a great question, Andy, and we gave you credit for coming up with it. What would bother you more, or however you worded it? Alex Cora to the Yankees. Did you say scare?
What would be the biggest nightmare, spelled
NY?
Big NY. See what I did there?
Well, I got to be honest. I thought it was a typo at first. It took me a long time to get it, but I did eventually come around and get it.
No wonder you didn't get on the jury. They're like, nope, not this idiot. I don't want my life in his hands. What would be the bigger nightmare coach/manager scenario for Boston sports fans? Bill Belichick and the Jets, Alex Cora and the Yankees.
And you voted how?
I voted Alex Cora Yankees because he's in the prime of his career. They're the Yankees. They have a very good, he could win a couple, even in his time frame of whatever it is, 5 to 6 years, he could win a couple World Series in New York. But the poll that I put up went the other way. 58% voted Bill Belichick to the Jets would be worse.
So that's how I voted, and maybe I didn't understand
I voted that way too.
Quite where you were going with this. What am I more outraged at? What would be weirder to look at? What would I be more riled up about? Bill to the Jets. Now, who would do a better job? Probably Cora.
Yeah, but is this Adam? I also, from your perspective, knowing who you are and what you do, you can take that however you'd like to take that.
I don't care for what you're insinuating.
it is absolute gold if Bill, who supposedly hates no, but he supposedly hates the Jets. Mm-hmm. There's his hate for the league, there's his hate for whatever, and then there's the Jets. Like, that's the top of the list.
Yep.
If he decides he now hates the Patriots and Robert Kraft more, and the best way to get even and be vindictive is to join the dark side, the gang green, there is no better story. And oh, by the way, with Aaron Rodgers and waiting for that to blow up because they love each other, huggy, huggy, kissy, kissy, until they hate each other after week 3, week 4, working together and can't stand. Right. Thank you, Bill. But if you're looking at it from just a purely...
who will do better? Probably Cora.
And isn't that worse?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, if Bill goes there at 72,
I was looking at the immediate signing, like what's going to rile me up. But a year later, 2 years later, you're going to look at it and go, holy crap, Cora is winning playoff games and maybe World Series.
And Bill might be retired by that time.
Yeah, Bill's only got a year or two left, I would say.
Cora could stick it to you for 5 years.
Bill's winning 7 games with the Jets.
Right. So, to me, it's Cora. Because it's also even worse in that Bill... If we're being honest, it was time.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're the biggest Bill fan on the planet. He's the GOAT. He's the this. He's the that. He had a terrible 4-year window. It was time. He's old. It was time to change things. Cora, even if you're the biggest hater, you can't say it's necessarily time. Especially after this year.
No, I felt
this year's not over yet, and he's finished in last place a few years in a row,
I felt that way at the end of last year.
When they don't give him anything and the team gives up.
And just saying, he's still the manager, isn't he?
But the bottom line is, a team that people said wasn't good enough defensively, was bad base running, has sort of changed its entire narrative and the way they play baseball, and he has to have credit for that. The talent, they're not winning on talent. Can we all agree?
Well, I think the talent's better than we thought at the beginning of the year, but he has a big role in it, and their style of play has a big role in it, yes.
The talent stinks.
Their talents, they have 3 All-Stars.
Yeah, and that's fine. The team in their division has like 7.
No, they don't.
There's only like 3 teams that have more All-Stars.
The Orioles and Yankees both had 3 initially. The Orioles got an alternate. Jordan Westburg is on there, so they got a 4th. So 4, 3, 3. I don't know the talent.
You think they're one of the more talented teams in baseball?
I said I think they're more talented than we thought they were at the beginning of the year.
I didn't think they had anybody. I mean, I didn't think they'd have 3 All-Stars.
Hang on.
I wasn't sure they'd have 1 All-Star.
I didn't think Houck was this good. I didn't think Duran was this good. And so,
agreed.
Okay,
I'm still not sure.
Okay, so their talent was better than I thought, is all I'm saying. But Cora we're sidetracked. Cora deserves a lot of credit for the job this year. Agreed. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Sub-argument. So you wanted to move on from one, and I know it hurts that he's dating your best friend or whatever, your enemy, whatever it is, but you didn't want him anymore. You didn't want Bill. You wanted to move on from Bill for the most part. Cora, you still kind of want. You're not sure he's certainly not done. He's certainly not washed up. He's certainly not.
He told us yesterday he only wants to manage until 55, so that's a 6-year window, which is longer than Bill.
Sure. But I think it could be very painful. And then just, I think people have told me it wouldn't matter because Red Sox Yankees isn't what it once was. And, well, neither is Jets Patriots.
Fair.
Like, and if anything, I feel like Red Sox Yankees might have had like a little recent uptick.
Oh, I think this past weekend was good.
The home run from Verdugo, and then the home run from Devers, and that whole. And I don't know if that'll lead to more and more. I'm not saying we're back to A-Rod and Veritek and the heyday, but I feel like that took. And there's also a natural uptick. You're chasing the Yankees; they're right there, and you could easily. You're going in different directions right now. So I think baseball is back a little bit. So to me, it's Cora, and it's not.
You thought it was Bill as well?
I thought it was Bill too, just because the Patriots are in such bad shape. You know, like he left them in bad shape. They're in bad shape. They're a bottom of the NFL type of team. If he goes to the Jets and they're good and they make the playoffs or make a deep run in the playoffs or something along those lines, while you're back in the lottery again, that'll feel worse than if Cora goes to the Yankees. Like I don't want Cora to go to the Yankees. I don't think that'd be great. But I also don't associate Cora with Red Sox baseball the way I associate Bill Belichick and New England Patriots football. Now, it'd be one thing if like Francona went to the Yankees after he left because he broke the curse and stuff. But you know, Cora's been here a few years. He had the one championship. He's had a bunch of last place finishes. I like him, and I think he's doing a good job this year. But that wouldn't have the same kind of impact as Belichick and the Jets in the Jets hoodie.
Look, this is fair.
That's more to me.
If Bill went and was good in New York, that would hurt more.
Oh, if he wins, if he pulls a Brady and goes year one and wins the Super Bowl,
then they both leave.
And Robert's
but how realistic is that though?